So this is a Bailey Pegasus Rimini. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. So it's got the ATC, which we'll talk you through while you're here as well. Side of the caravan, you've got your wind down legs, as you'd expect to see. 4 wind down legs to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. We do advise you have all of these down when you are using the caravan and when you're set up on the site itself. Next up we have the water pump connection. The water pump connection very simply connects into the side of the caravan, as you can see here, and the pump itself drops down inside the aqua roll. You need to make sure the aqua roll has full 40 litres of water in it prior to filling the water system up on the inside of the van. We then have our Truma heating and hot water flow. This is there to allow the heating system to breathe essentially, so you never cover this up while it is in use, and you'd always make sure it's uncovered, or if you do cover it when it's installed, you'd always make sure it's uncovered before you try and ignite anything on gas inside the van. We then have our battery locker with the gas regulator on the side of the van. We do have the gas pipe work available should you need it, and then we have the 2 gas bottle tie downs in the side locker also. Motor mover and the wheel nuts. We'll demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts while you're here on site so you can see they've been tightened correctly. On the side of the van you have your 2 grey waste pipes, so the fresh water that goes in the front has to come out somewhere, and they come out through these 2 grey pipes on the side of the caravan. Back of the caravan you have your toilet locker and toilet flush tank door. So this door here, in here you'd open this up and put 3.5 litres of fresh water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. And then in the bottom you have your toilet waste cassette, which you release by pulling out the handle and pulling the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees to tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette you have your orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. As I said, you need to put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. The back of the van also, you have your 2 wind down legs for the back of the caravan. As you can see, we've got these ones down for the purpose of the handover. Then coming down the door side, you have a storage locker for underneath the single rear bunks at the back, for the bunks at the back, beds at the back. Sorry. Your 3-pin power lead that comes into the side of the caravan. 3-pin outlet for your 240 mains power coming out to your awning. Fridge vents behind the door to for the fridge system to breathe, so behind one of those as well you have gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. And at the front of the caravan you have a storage locker for underneath the front seating area, should you want to store anything underneath there, and then the last of the wind down legs. So inside the door as you come into the caravan you've got your main control panel for the van, so you've got master power on. You've got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment. You've got your interior lights and your awning light. At the top here, you have a voltmeter for the battery on board the caravan, which is actually underneath the carpet. As you can see, the van's still been cleaned at the moment, so I'll show you that when you're here on site. The first thing you need to do is fill the water system up on board the caravan, ready for the water system to be heated. So underneath the seat on the far side of the caravan, you'll find your hot water tank and your yellow drain down valve. That yellow drain down valve needs to be parallel with the floor prior to filling the water system up. If that valve was upright, all of the water in the water system would drain back out onto the floor underneath the caravan. Like I said, valve down prior to filling the system up. You'll then come over to every tap on board the caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. So that is every tap on board the caravan open on the hot side of the system. You'll then come to the control panel above next to the door as you walk into the caravan and turn the pump on, and the yellow light will appear to let you know the water system is filling up. Once the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. So as you can see now. Once the water system is full, we'll then shut all of the taps back off and we'll be able to start thinking about warming the water on board the van. Like I said, sorry, I'm just moving bits around while I do this, as the cleaners are in here still at the moment. So the control panel that you see here, the black control panel, is the Truma heating and hot water controls. On the screen here it indicates that the heating system is on and it's warming up. We're using 1 kilowatt of power and the fans are on to blow the air around the system, or the blown air's on. Also, you've got the time, which is currently wrong. And then you also have the current internal temperature of the caravan. And then you have the symbol to indicate you have mains power coming into the van. You'll press the central button here to go into the options, and the first one you come to is the room temperature. Press the button again, and then you can use the dial here that spins left to right to control the internal temperature of the caravan. I'm going to put that up to 30 degrees so it's nice and warm for when you arrive on site. The next one across, just here, to set that temperature, all you need to do is press the middle button, and that will set the room temperature on the van. The next symbol across to the right hand side here is the water temperature. So you've got eco, hot or boost, depending on if you're showering inside the caravan. If you're showering, you would need to have it on boost. Hot is around 45 to 50 degrees of water temperature, and eco is around 30 to 35 degrees of water temperature. You'd select the relevant water temperature for what you are requiring it to do. The next symbol across here is to control either the amount of electric the heating and hot water is going to use, or whether you're going to use it on gas or a combination of the two. So to get the system to ignite on gas, you'll press the central button here when it's on the gas mode, and it will self-ignite on gas. You've then got mix 1, which is a combination of gas and 1000 watts of electric at the same time. Mix 2, which is a combination of gas and 2000 watts of electric at the same time. Electric 1, which we're currently on, is 1000 watts of electric on its own. And electric 2 is 2000 watts of power on its own. To set that again, you'll hit the central button and it will set the power source you want to use. Coming across to the next option is the fan option to turn on the blown air. So you've got eco, high or boost, and that will just control the fan speed. At the moment we've just got it on eco, so it just blows a bit of warm air around the van. But if you want to turn it up, you just go into here, go to high or boost depending on what you're wanting to do. Down the bottom you have options for your heating and hot water timers, the option to set the clock on the control panel, and you have some advanced settings just here, which is more for engineers than it is yourselves. However, if you want to know anything more about these three symbols at the bottom, the manual that comes with the caravan will explain all of these in a lot more detail. When you are done with the caravan, we always advise you drain down the water system completely. So all the taps open in the central position, and you'd open up the yellow valve underneath the seat to drain it down of any water on board the van. Hob, cooker and grill all work very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there with your igniter on the front. Microwave is an eco microwave, so this will only work when you're on 240 mains. Microwave won't work off a 12 volt. Hit the eco button here to wake the microwave back up. The idea of it is just to save a bit of power while the caravan isn't using it. And as you can see, please remove the microwave plate whilst travelling. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge. The fridge has three different power modes. You've got 240 mains, sorry, you've got off at the top here, 240 mains, 12 volt for when you're towing, and gas. At the moment, as you can see, we're connected to the 240 main, so we're using that to chill the fridge. If we were towing down the road and we wanted to use the fridge as a cool box, we could select the 12 volt mode here once we were connected to the car. And at the bottom, you have the option to run gas for the fridge, and you do that by spinning the dial around to the bottom, pressing in the temperature control and hitting the igniter at the same time. Once the fridge has ignited on gas, you'll notice a little orange line here coming round into the green, and if that orange line stays in the green, it will mean the fridge has ignited. Once that line is there though, you do need to continue to hold down the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds and then slowly release the valve. Obviously when you're not using the fridge, put it back to the off position, and you have got a catch just inside the door here that allows you to keep the door open while the caravan is in storage so the fridge doesn't start going smelly, as caravan fridges are known for. Beds, you can lift both of the beds up to access the storage underneath from inside the van. And the last thing we go through on this particular van in the bathroom is the toilet system. The toilet system has an electric flush on top here, so you press the button to flush. You then have a red indicator light to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see, and probably in this van that will be a feature you use. However, when you're removing the toilet cassette from underneath, you need to make sure the toilet is pointing straight forwards again. Below the toilet, you have the grey waste handle, which when open allows the toilet waste to go into the cassette underneath the van. Again, when you are trying to remove that cassette, you need to make sure that is in the closed position, as if not, it will damage the toilet waste cassette when you try to remove it and potentially break the mechanism for it. So that is the Bailey Pegasus Rimini. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.